Dr. Garcia from Haven House. She asked me, how my week was going, and I told her, and she said, "You're lying." And I said, "I swear to fucking God." And I said, "They knew that I had tetanus. They knew that I had 103.5 fever, and they made me go out and shovel that whole driveway by myself." And then she said, "Why did they do that?" And I said, "Because they say I'm a lazy asshole." Nobody on the internet believes it either.
No, seriously.
This is too small for me to read. Did you call my mom, by the way?
Yeah.
You did?
Are you kidding me?
Can I see the phone?
What?
Can I see the phone? I want to make sure you called her. You told her she's not allowed to look at my Facebook page?
Yeah.
Your phone's dying. Oh, well, that only shows who called. That's right. Commercial off to the other phone. This one, oh my God, I'm gonna fall asleep. Look at this fucking weirdo. Look at this guy's ears. I guess I'm rooting for this guy. Let's go, Marco. Marco. Polo.
Welcome to the last of our 3 semifinal games in this Jeopardy Champions Wildcard Tournament. We know that our 2 second chance winners, Drew Goins and Will Yancey, are headed to the finals tomorrow. But who will be joining them in the 3rd spot? Will it be Marco, Mayhall, or Paul? Let's start finding out. Good luck to the semifinalists. Here are your categories in the Jeopardy round. First, women through the years. Then, literally literature. We have 10 global 500 companies.
There we go.
Not to be confused. Followed by School of Music.
All right.
And it's a verb. It's a noun. It's Marco's turn to pick.
It's literally literature for 800.
This author is a character in Shoeless Joe. Not happy about being portrayed. He isn't in the movie version, Field of Dreams. Marco.
Who's Kinsella?
No, I'm sorry.
No.
Mayhall or Paul? Mayhall.
Who's Salinger?
Yes.
Salinger?
800.
A star sharpshooter in Wild West shows. She shot
Annie Oakley.
from a cigarette held by Germany's future Kaiser Wilhelm. Mayhall.
Who's Annie Oakley?
Right.
Women's 600.
Melanie Mark of Vancouver is the first female First Nations member in this province's legislature. Marco.
What is it, British Columbia?
Correct.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Damn.
Man produces evil as a bee produces honey is a thought from this Brit who wrote about kids gone savage on an island. Mayhall.
Who's Golding?
Oh, yeah, Lord of the Flies.
Literature 6.
Answer.
Really double. Oh, literature. I'm no good at literature.
You pulled out to an early lead.
Followed it.
That's kind of been the tradition of this tournament. 2,600 at stake, literally literature. Here's your clue. This 1890s short story ends with, "Never a cobra dared show its head inside the walls."
What is Ricky
Ticky Tabby.
That is correct. The cobras are afraid of the mongoose, Ricky Ticky Tabby.
I remember that. I read that in elementary school.
Not to be confused, 200.
Both delicious, but don't confuse these 2 cookies with similar names.
Coconut
What
cream.
are macaroons
Oh.
and macarons?
Yes.
Not to be confused, 400.
An atheist doesn't believe that God exists, while one of these believes it's impossible to know.
Agnostic.
Marco.
What's agnostic?
Yes.
I
good
guess
luck.
I'm agnostic.
It's a verb, 400.
To entertain guests or communion bread. Marco.
What is host?
Right.
What?
It's a verb, it's a noun, 600.
To turn around and around or a Scottish dance.
Jib?
What is real?
Oh.
Back to you, Marco.
Not to be confused, 600.
Gold prospectors often mistook this mineral, from Greek for fire, for the real deal.
Pyrite.
Hence the name Fool's Gold. Paul.
What's pyrite?
You got it.
Let's go to the School of Music for 800, please.
She was about to graduate when Foolish Beat hit #1, making her the youngest artist to write, produce, and perform a #1 hit.
Lisa?
And Gen X fondly remembers Debbie Gibson.
Oh, shit.
You,
Yeah,
Paul.
it was her.
Gotta go back to school for 1,000.
Lisa was brunette.
Here's this country legend, clean-shaven some 70 years ago as a student in Texas, back when they still wore leather football helmets. Paul.
Who's Hank Williams?
It's not Hank Williams. Marco or Mayhall? He looks a little different now, and he's still alive. That's Willie Nelson.
Willie was in the army too.
It's a verb for 800, please.
To tremble, or a container for pointed projectiles. Marco.
What is quiver?
Yes.
It's a verb. It's a noun. 1000.
To gather crops, or the season for doing it. Paul.
What's harvest?
Right.
Not to be confused for 1000.
Cartilage is a type of connective tissue. Carthage was an ancient city settled by these seafarers and traders from Tyre. Paul.
What is Phoenicia?
The Phoenicians is right. You have 1600 after being in the hole just a second ago. Well done. You're going to pause for these words, and we will come right back with more Jeopardy.
I put it. I lost it.
Looking to get stronger? Join Planet Fitness today. We're stepping it up.
Oh, I put it over there. I'm getting you the other phone. This one's dying.
I won't get any more phone calls. $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January.
Now what happens if you get out of bed in the middle of the night? You gotta call me.
Only with Xfinity. Get gig internet at home for $25 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile, which connects you to gig speed Wi-Fi on the road. Save more than $650 over AT&T and Verizon. Plus, hurry and get a free 5G phone. So save big and stay connected with gig speed internet and mobile. From home to hotspots, this new year, it's all about savings on gig speed.
How point of that ice cream hard? Why is it soft?
Today.
It's soft because you bought the freezer, that refrigerator, that was smaller than the other one. And you have just as much stuff in this refrigerator as you did in the other one.
Jackpot.
Download and get a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 on the house. BetMGM Casino.
Hi, I'm Colleen Wegman. This season, we're proud to highlight our best prices with hot zones throughout
I gotta wake
the
up
store.
early tomorrow.
We're hoping to
It's gonna
make
be
it
cold,
easier
isn't
to
it?
get everything on your list while staying on
Bullshit.
budget. From nutritious, farm-fresh favorites to Wegmans brand items with cleaner ingredients. You have our commitment. Every day, you get our best. Thank you for shopping with us.
Still be coming down to go to the store.
So you're gonna call me. He was doing
Our team is
backling.
something like 80 surgeons here at Cooper. There's just amazing stuff happening here. We're part of cutting-edge trials.
Safety surgery, new technologies that aren't offered anywhere else in the region. It's revolutionary care. And that's the kind of care
Jesus!
I want for patients.
You got a magnifying glass to read this book.
Extraordinary surgery happens here.
Looking to get stronger? Join Planet Fitness today.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
We're gonna feel this tomorrow.
Save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime.
I'm gonna learn how to be an Army Ranger medic, Manny.
University of Maryland Global Campus. Visit UMGC.edu.
No application fee if you apply by February 12th at University of Maryland Global Campus. Offering
GCS.
online and hybrid courses and lifetime career services. Learn about our more than 135 degrees and certificates at umgc.edu.
Paul Clausen is a tax analyst from Michigan and a big Lions fan, right? You told us you were watching with your baby son when you were last here.
Yeah, he was my good luck charm. He was always sitting on my lap, and that seemed to bode pretty well. Best season they've ever had. I was a little bummed because I thought, well, when he's a toddler, he's not going to want to sit with me anymore. But now it's almost better because, I get excited during the games, and he'll look at me and start clapping and running around. So it's pretty great.
This may become a lifelong thing. I love that. Mehul Shah is also a father of a youngster, a software engineer from Seattle. Tell us about your daughter.
Yeah, I have a 2-year-old, and when I went home after my first taping and said that, hey, Dad won on Jeopardy, she ran around the living room, was like, Jeopardy, 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 because she loves the Jeopardy think music, and she wanted to try to get the smart speaker to try and play it.
And you sometimes listen to the think music while you are
Changing her diaper.
That's impressive. 30-second diaper change.
That's a good day.
On a good day.
Not every day is a good day.
Marco Sarek is a math professor from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. But not everyone in North Carolina is on board with every part of your Jeopardy appearance, right?
Yeah, so in my original run, I answered a clue correctly about the Appalachians, and I said it just like that, Appalachian.
It's Appalachia.
My fellow North Carolinians were not too happy about the pronunciation, so after that episode aired, I got a bunch of messages from fellow statesmen saying, hey, congrats, but by the way, we prefer Appalachian. So, yeah.
Just for the record, you say it the way way they like to say it.
Appalachia.
Appalachia. There, you heard it from us.
Yeah,
Let's
no
get
shit,
back
bro.
into the round. Paul, you have control of the board.
I'm in Pennsylvania, and I know
Let's
that.
go Fortune for 1,000.
For Q3 of 2024, this Global 500 company, once based in The Hague, reported $6.03 billion in adjusted earnings.
Halliburton?
Formerly of The Hague, Shell.
No.
Once Royal Dutch Shell. Back to you, Paul.
Fortune for 800, please.
This company makes everything from cat food to coffee mate. Hold on, do I see a crossover product? No, I certainly do not. Paul?
Proper animal.
What is
Cremation?
Lover?
No?
No.
Marco Ormejo? It's Nestle. The
Nestle.
Coffee mate. Back to you, Paul.
Let's go for not to be confused for 8.
In Greek myth, naiads were freshwater nymphs, and these were woodland and tree nymphs. Mehal.
Gnomes?
Triads?
Yes.
Let's do School of Music 6.
He's listed in his yearbook as Cortazar Broadus. Schoolmate Cameron Diaz says she may have bought weed from him.
Snoop Dogg.
Marco.
Who is Snoop Dogg?
It is.
Women Through the Years 200.
An 1857 poem about Florence Nightingale says, "In that house of misery, a lady with this I see pass through the glimmering gloom."
What's a lamp?
Lady with a lamp, right.
Fortune for 6.
In November 2024, an A share of its stock was priced at $693,000. You know, give or take. Nehal.
What is Berkshire Hathaway?
Right.
Women 4.
While she was at Cornell, this future Supreme Court justice took Vladimir Nabokov's European Lit class.
Sotomayor.
Marco.
Who is O'Connor?
No, I'm sorry. Paul.
Who's Ginsburg?
It is Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
School of
There
Music
weren't too many to
for
pick
4,
from.
This member of Hibbing High School's class of 1959 soon left town, like a rolling stone. Paul.
Bob Dylan.
Correct.
School of Music for 2.
As a California high schooler, he saw Led Zeppelin in concert, which would greatly influence his own music making. Paul.
Who's Slash?
It is not Slash. Marco Ormejo. It's the young Eddie Van Halen.
I was going to say that. Damn.
It's a verb, it's a noun, please.
To gather animals into a group, or the group that results.
Class?
Marco.
What is Herd?
Yes.
Women Through the Years 1000.
In 2013, this early cosmonaut said she'd like to go to Mars, even if it were a one-way trip. Marco.
Who's Tereshkova?
Right.
Literature 400.
A book by Jean Améry tries to salvage the reputation of Charles, the dull cuckolded husband of this Flaubert character. Paul.
Who's Madame Bovary?
Yes.
Literature for 2.
Find Sargasso Sea by Jean Rhys tells the story of the first wife of this character from Jane Eyre. Marco.
With Rochester.
Yes.
Fortune 500 for 4.
If folks keep buying the 96-roll toilet paper packs at this chain that merged with Price Club in 1993, it may stay in the 500.
Costco?
What is Costco?
Costco is right. We'll finish that category with one more clue. In 2023, the Passat
Volkswagen
car company celebrated its 50th anniversary, having debuted as a 2- and 4-door hatchback. Mayhall.
What is Volkswagen?
Volkswagen's right. You have the
The Nazi mobile.
And Double Jeopardy is up next.
Oh.
Dad, I need a place to stay until I figure out what the rest of my life looks like.
So, a couple of days. Shooting News is the #1 new comedy. You're dating yourself with that newspaper box. You will be dating yourself if you don't fix that hair.
It took him forever. It's like sharing a bathroom with Lady Gaga.
Get it? Fire on all cylinders.
Oh, stop. Say more.
It's got humor and heart. And it's the show you've been craving.
Don't make one of your condescending grunts.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if my fever went away.
It's not enough.
My fever went away.
Knowledge.
That means it was tetanus.
To wield its power. To redefine its universe. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $5,600 in average finance savings. We are professional grade GMC.
At Sierra University, our commitment to higher education includes making it more affordable. That's why we offer access to up to 10 no-cost genetic
Oh,
courses.
98.8, so a little bit better.
Keep striving. Meet Dr. Sudeshna Chatterjee, gynecology
gynecologic oncology specialist at Mainline Health. January is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. You can protect yourself with the HPV vaccine. The CDC recommends this vaccine for boys and girls at age 11 or 12 and adults up to the age of 45. Routine screenings like pap smears and HPV tests can find cervical cancer early when it's almost always treatable. If you're experiencing symptoms of pain or abnormal bleeding, talk to your doctor. Early detection can make the difference. Get vaccinated, get screened, and protect your health. Well Ahead Philly is sponsored by Mainline Health.
6ABC and Bigelow Tea have a clue for you. Family owned and operated, Bigelow Tea was started in 1945 in a brownstone in this city. Stay tuned for the correct response.
Listening to people that drink Bigelow tea is so important to my family because making that perfect cup, it's the reason we do what we do. Hi, guys. So what are you guys drinking? Constant comment. When I'm drinking Bigelow tea, it's just a moment for me. It's just me time. That's what a cup of tea is. A moment for you, someone you love.
Oh, it tastes really great.
Yes, it was always Bigelow tea. Wow, that's what my family hopes for. Cheers.
The correct response? What is New York City? Watch Jeopardy! Weeknights at 7 on 6ABC.
Here's a quick look at the top stories trending on Action News and 6abc.com. Sponsored by your local Hyundai dealers. Lease an all-wheel drive Tucson for $259 a month or get 1.99% for 48 months.
Our captioning sponsored in part by... I'm not an actor, I'm just a regular person. I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription.
Eggs make all our family moments better, especially when they're Eggland's Best. Tastes so fresh and amazing, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best.
We've tried to be more for Double Jeopardy now. Let's show our semifinalists the categories. First, salty bodies of water. Then we have insects in high and low culture. Anatomy, prefixed pairs. Each response here is 2 words, but they begin with the same prefix. Then, hey, what you watching? And finally, Chapel Rome. Paul, you're in third. You go first.
Let's try prefixed pairs for 1600, please.
Answer. Daily double, Paul. Look at that. How much would you like to wager of your 2,000?
I would do all of it.
Okay, true daily double in prefixed pairs. 1/millionth of a 60th of a minute, and a small region with its own pattern of weather.
What is a...
Don't know.
I got nothing.
Oh, you're out.
Hey, Danny, do you find it odd that the news would give the names of the victims of the school shooting, but not the names of the shooter?
Prefixed for 2000,
I do
please.
that all the time.
Yeah, well, that usually means, well, they said it's a man, so, or it's a male. But if they don't release any details, it's usually a minority or a tranny.
Poly...
Oh my God, that guy's bad.
Male.
What is polydactyl and polyharmonic?
I'm sorry, that is not correct.
Oh.
Marco is happy to watch. Polydactyl is right, Mayhall, but it's polyphony or polyphonic. Back to you, Paul.
We'll try anatomy for 12.
Each of the eyes has a natural blind spot where this nerve connects to the retina. Paul.
What's the optical nerve?
Yes, optical or optic nerve.
Anatomy for 1600, please.
It's the 6-letter name for the thin layer of tissue that covers, protects, and cushions the lungs. Paul.
What's the pleura?
Yes.
Anatomy for 2000, please.
And I was right.
Part of the uterus expands at the end of a pregnancy in order to prepare for the baby's delivery. Mayhall.
What is the cervix?
Yes.
Salty bodies 12.
High in salts of sodium and potassium, Little Manitou Lake, northeast of Lake Diefenbaker, is called the Dead Sea of this nation. Mayhall.
What is Canada?
Right.
Salty bodies 16.
This so-called sea in a Southern California desert didn't exist until a flood filled a low basin. Mayhall.
What's the Salton Sea?
Right again.
Insects 12.
These tidal prophecies were the subject of a 2002 Richard Gere film. I'm still a little spooked by the Mothman prophecies. Back to you, Mayhall.
Salty bodies 8.
Dubbed hypersaline at 40% salinity, Anwan Pond in this continent's McMurdo Dry Valleys region is merely inches deep. Paul.
What is South America?
I'm sorry, no. Mayhall.
What is Antarctica?
That's right.
Salty bodies 2000.
The lowest point on the continent, Lake Assal in this small Horn of Africa nation is a prime source of quarried salt. Paul.
What is Djibouti?
Correct for 2000.
Anatomy for 8.
It's where the left and right hepatic ducts and Kupfer cells are located. Male.
What's the liver?
Yes.
Let's do What You Watching 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make this video and go to bed.
This French subtitle. Why didn't anyone tell me it was a musical?